we want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is the forgotten GTA lead, who is Vic Vance. Now, Rockstar, when it comes down to it, we all know Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, as well as San Andreas. Those are the classics. But when it comes down to it, there are other classic games or other good games in Grand Theft Auto that seems to get kind of overlooked, and that is Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. I want to say Vice City Stories is probably the most overlooked, and the reason why I'm saying that is because Liberty City Stories ended up being put out on, I think they said, the PS Store, and also a game on the app that you could download, but Vice City Stories never got that treatment. Now, I know you're saying, if you never heard, hey, what is Vice City Stories? Vice City Stories is a prequel to Vice City. It takes place about 2 years before Vice City even happened. The same way Liberty City Stories is a prequel to GTA 3. And I know you're going to say, well, we're San Andreas Stories. I've been saying that for years. Now, when it comes down to it, Vic Vance is a guy who pretty much, he's Lance Vance's brother, and he's one of the most different GTA protagonists that we've ever seen. He was in the military. He was not a criminal. He was just living his life. He was doing everything he could. He has a sick brother who him and Lance looks after. Lance is the brother who he's trying to keep out of trouble, and he got a mother who has a habit. Vic is pretty much the main person keeping the family together. So when he gets in a situation where he gets set up to take the fall for somebody else who would eventually turn out to be a big problem down the line, he ends up like needing to find a way to keep his brother's medication coming, needing to find a way to take care of his family, and so he gets into the drug world of Vice City, and he eventually takes over and becomes the kingpin. Now, Vic is very different from any GTA protagonist. He did not have any criminal ambitions in the past. He did not want anything to do with being any of that, but he had no choice. And he's a little bit different because he fights, he can fight, he fights an army skill set. He does QCQ, and for those of you who don't know what QCQ is, it is close quarters combat, where he pretty much will beat the hell out of you. He'd even break your neck. So when it comes down to it, he was very on top of his point. He was very legit army protagonist. He's had other storyline stuff going on, like a lot of Grand Theft Auto, as we know, parody certain stuff that we like. For example, Grand Theft Auto 3 parodied The Sopranos, Goodfellas, all those good old mafia movies from back in the day. Vice City is like kind of a parody of Scarface, Miami Vice, and different things of that nature, whereas San Andreas is kind of a parody of, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Terminator 2, and many other things. It's like it's all stirred together. It's like Grand Theft Auto is a parody of pop culture, but they got to a point where they kind of was like they didn't want to parody anymore. They wanted to do their own thing, and the first game they legitimately did that with was Vice City Stories. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because Vice City Stories was an original story, and it was built from top to bottom as its own thing. Even though I know a lot of people give Grand Theft Auto 4 that credit, where Rockstar just said no more parodies, let's just create something that we like. It was really Vice City Stories that did it. Now, I highly suggest you to play the game whenever you can get a chance to play this game, because it is one of the best Grand Theft Auto games ever made, with one of the best Grand Theft Auto protagonists that was in the game. Now, I don't know why Rockstar has not re-released Vice City Stories, why it never got the PS treatment, why it never got the app treatment, or why it has not come out back again as a re-release. And you'd think with GTA 6 on the horizon and going to Vice City, that Vice City Stories would be coming back out. Now, they've never addressed why they've never re-released Vice City Stories, but hopefully they'll do that with Grand Theft Auto 6 coming up and it being set in Vice City. So the main thing is this right here. If you haven't checked out Vice City Stories and you have a chance to check it out, or if you got the game, or you can purchase the game and play it, I highly suggest doing it, because it is one of the best Grand Theft Auto games ever made. I don't know why it doesn't get the love that it's supposed to get like that. I know I loved it when I played it, and I know other people who did play it that loved it as well. There's plenty of things you could do as Vic that you couldn't do as Tommy. Vic can swim, Vic can ride bikes, stuff that Tommy wasn't doing. Really stuff CJ was doing in San Andreas, they added in on Vic, where he could do other things. And personally, I'll go as far as to say I love Vice City, but I love Vice City Stories better. That's just me. And I think you're going to hear that a lot whenever Rockstar decides to put Vice City Stories back out there for people to check out. I think you're going to hear a lot of people say, I actually like this better than Vice City. But we'll see how that stuff plays out. I just want to say to all of you that it's your boy Bobby B. So I just want to say much love, much respect. hold it down, and whoa. Hey, it's your boy Bobby Bees here. We want to talk about a subject